I can feel it now, the love is sending down through the skies, your beautiful halo. I caught you chasing the sun as I was chasing the one. We never looked back from our lover road. You showed me love before heaven called to take you home. I vowed I'd treasure an eternal love in our last few seconds. I vowed to never lose your heart on your way to heaven. On your way to heaven. I vowed I'd treasure an eternal love in our last few seconds. I vowed to never lose your heart on your way to heaven. I saw a side of love I thought I'd never trust until the skies cleared the picture. You are the brightest star to which I pray to God for every minute that I'm missing you. I vowed I'd treasure an eternal love in our last few seconds. I vowed to never lose your heart on your way to heaven. I vowed I'd treasure an eternal love on your way to on your way to heaven. I vowed I'd treasure an eternal love in our last few seconds. I vowed to never lose your heart on your way to Can you see the stars align? A night like this can never rewind. Can you hear the wolf cry out to the light? A night like this will never shine so bright. So take a couple steps back as you hear me start to howl. Take a couple steps back when I lose all control. Watch me turn into a werewolf, and I will haunt till the break of dawn. Don't you dare.
All right, that's a little bit better, right? Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, and I hope the weather is better by you than it is by me. I'm in northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and y'all, it is cold. It is currently 6 degrees outside, and with the wind chill, it feels like a -10. So I think that sounds like a fantastic day to stay indoors here in our quilt room, and I hope that you guys are doing the same. Yes, there we go. Now you can hear me. Yeah, sorry about that. You try and check everything before you go online, and some things just don't work. It is what it is. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much again for joining me today. Today we're going to be working on a brand new project that I've kind of been teasing you guys a little bit, telling you about, and I'm super excited to give this a try. I have no idea how much of this we're actually going to be able to get done today, but I'm sure going to give it my best go, and we're going to give it a try. So this new project is a subscription project. It's basically a block of the month program, similar to what we do with Cotton Cuts, but also a little bit different as well. And we'll go into the details of that in just a few minutes, but first of all, I wanted to remind everybody that we do have some merch available for the channel. In case you are interested, you can get yourself one of these really cool coffee mugs, or some t-shirts, some tank tops. I understand the hoodies are fantastic, so it's great for this time of the year, keeping you nice and warm and cozy. So if you're interested, do ! merch in chat, and you can check out what we've got going on there. All proceeds go back to the channel, which is then used to fund other projects. In addition to that, we also have some membership options available as well. You can click the little $ button down below to check that out. And thank you to all of our current members of the channel. If you are a member of the channel and you have not already given me your mailing address, please do so that I can make sure that you receive our scrap busting project. We don't have any going out just yet. We probably won't have any for a little while longer, but you are guaranteed at least one scrap busting box, preferably, hopefully 2 a year, but definitely at least one. So make sure you check that out. Hang on, I gotta warm myself up. It is cold in here. I do have my little portable space heater going on because it is chilly in this room. This is the southwest corner of the house, and so it gets chilly as it is in the wintertime, but because of this cold weather, it is super extra cold in here today. So I've got a little candle burning up here to give myself a little bit more heat, and I also have a space heater just off camera that I'm being very, very careful about using. It is up high, it's not down low by the ground, so the dogs can't get to it. If you are using a space heater in your own home, please make sure you use extra caution. Don't leave it running when you're away from your home. Make sure you keep an eye on it. Keep it on a nice sturdy platform so that it doesn't knock over, and keep it away from curtains and blankets and things of that nature. Also, if you have elderly friends or family, please give them a check-in just to make sure they're doing okay. There are some warming centers in most areas, especially in public buildings, that you can bring them to help keep them a little bit warm if they need be. So that is my my little PSA for the day. So let me pop into chat and say hello to everybody that's there in chat. I did see a couple of new names as I was getting things ready. So welcome to all of our new subscribers. We have had 48 new subscribers to the channel just since the beginning of the year. So that is super exciting, and I'm so happy to be making all kinds of new friends. So please make sure you say hello to chat if you are, say hello in chat if you are new, so that we can make sure to officially welcome you to the channel. I think Dawn from my quilt projects was the very first person in chat. Unfortunately, for some reason, my screen didn't register it, but I understand that she was the first person in chat. So Dawn, thank you very much for that. Welcome to the channel. She's a longtime subscriber of the channel. She's one of our content creator friends, and she is just amazing. She's so much fun, and I love having her around. So Dawn, thank you so much for being the first person in chat. I know Brat46 was not far behind, so Brat46, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. For some reason, my screen is not scrolling all the way up to the top, and so I do apologize for that. Susan Year Out is here with us. Hello, Susan. Welcome back. She says, good morning from Western Washington. We'll be heading back to where she lives on Tuesday. Had to visit a couple of really nice quilt shops in the Olympic Peninsula. That's awesome, Susan. We can't wait to see what kind of things you come home with. Lots of fun stuff there. Hi, Tammy. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. She's reminding everybody to give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for reminding everybody to do that. If you guys will just take a quick second and hit that like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that reminder as well. Betty, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well as well. Patricia, hello. Good morning. Patricia, I believe you're one of the members that I do not have a mailing address for. So if you would be so kind as to send me an email with your mailing address, I'll put it on file, and then that way when we have packages and things going out, I don't need to harass you for it later. Thank you so much for that. And thank you also for being a member of the channel. I truly appreciate that. Hi, Joyce. Good morning. Thanks so much for being here. Hi, Terry. Oh, and her pink hands. I love her pink hands. They're so much fun. Good morning. They're gonna go perfectly with our project today because it's pinks is the color theme for this project. I'll show you guys all that here in just a minute. But those are gonna go really great. Hi Melanie, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us today. So great to see you. Hi Patty. Good morning. She says hello, sewing friends. Hi Patty. Good morning. So great to see you. Thanks. Hi, Lori. Good morning, Lori. I have to say, I don't think that I recognize your name in chat before. So if you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you're not necessarily new, but you don't participate in chat very often, that's okay. Oh, so great to see you. Welcome to the channel. We're so grateful you're here. She says, hello, everyone from Rainy Forest, Virginia. My goodness. My goodness. Welcome. Good morning. It's so great to see you. Kathy, good morning. Hi, Kathy. So great to see you as well. Streamlabs is doing the shout out perfectly, throwing up that link for Kathy's channel as well, so make sure you check that out. Kathy, Anterior, and Lucas are our moderators. Kathy and Terry also have their own channels, so make sure you check out theirs. If you guys need anything or you need help with anything or have any questions about anything, make sure you tag one of those three. They are amazing. They make my job look so much easier than it is. They do a fantastic job of keeping things moving and keeping everybody happy and having fun. So thank you so much to the three of them. I really truly appreciate their help. Judy, good morning. Welcome to the channel. It's so great to see you. Good morning. Terry says, hi, Danny. Hi. Good morning. My goodness. So many people in chat this morning. It's so great. Give me just a second. I'm almost caught up here. We're getting through it. I thought I saw a name pop in. Yep, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas is in the house. Good morning, Lucas. Thank you so much for being here. He says, please stay warm. Yes, absolutely. We hope everybody's staying warm. Lucas, how is the patient? Tony went to go visit Lucas this weekend. She had a couple of days off of school, so she went up there to go visit him, and she ended up getting sick. She has the flu, from what we can tell. So how is she doing? Is she doing any better? Hi, Agnes. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us today. So I hope she's doing better. Lana, good morning. Welcome to the channel. I can't say I've noticed that name before in chat either. So good morning. Welcome to the channel. We're so grateful you're here. She says, hello from Oklahoma. Gosh, I hope you're okay up there. It's usually pretty chilly in Oklahoma, isn't it? Or maybe it's warm. Maybe I'm confusing things. Either way, welcome to the channel. Hi, Chloe. Good morning. Dawn says, I'm here. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. So grateful. My gosh, so many people in chat today. I'm so grateful that you all are here with us. I'm still going through chat. Give me just a second. This is wonderful. Yes, Lucas letting everybody know that he can set up the shout out program for anyone that is new to the channel. Make sure you check that out so he can give you some thimbles as well, so you can get in there and start playing some games. We've got a bunch of games that run in the chat. We've got a heist game, which is basically a luck of the draw. The computer selects a random winner. We've got a slots machine game, which is basically, you know, the computer gives you some slot machine results. And then we've also got a gamble game, which is, I think it's just basically a luck of the draw as well game. But there are just a bunch of different games in chat that will help you earn thimbles. Thimbles is basically a loyalty points program where you are earning thimbles as you're participating in chat and playing those games. And then you can trade those thimbles in for prizes. If you do exclamation point prizes in chat, it'll give you a list of all the different prizes that are available. And once a month, I send out all the mailings of everybody that has redeemed their prizes. You can redeem up to one type of prize per live stream, but you can do multiple different types of prizes. So, for example, if you wanted to redeem your thimbles in for a free notion and a free fat quarter, you could absolutely do that, but you can't do 2 free notions in one live stream. But every live stream, they're available to you, and you do not lose them. Once you've earned them, you do not lose them, unless, of course, you play a game and you lose. But you don't have to re-earn them for every live stream. So lots of fun there. I know the chat has a tendency to blow up sometimes with Streamlabs notifications of people playing games, and that's fantastic. But that does mean that every once in a while I miss a message, and it makes me so angry at myself when I do that. So if there's something that you want to make sure that I see, please make sure that you tag me in it. You can do the @ symbol, that's the A with the circle around it, and then type in "So Not an Expert," and what that does is it actually highlights it right on the screen so I can't miss it. Unless, of course, I'm not even looking at the screen. But I do try and keep an eye on those. My moderators are awesome in that if they notice I've missed one of those messages, they start spamming me in chat as well to make sure that I see it. So those I will definitely see. But thank you again very much to everybody joining us this morning. My gosh, there's still so many in chat. I'm catching up. Let me see. Oh no, poor Tony. Yeah. Fingers crossed, Lucas. Yep, 100%. Sorry, just check in here. Give me a second. La 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 la. Yeah, looks like the giving option is not working, Lucas, which is being annoying today sometimes. Hello, Nikki B. Welcome to the channel. She says, hello from frigid Missouri. Yeah, honey, I understand where you're coming from. It is cold up here as well. But welcome to the channel. I can't say that I recognize your name before, so welcome back to the channel. If you have been in the channel before, and I have a horrible memory, so my apologies if you have been here and I just forgot. Lorraine, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. I think I've gotten through everybody in chat, I think. If I have missed you, please make sure you say hello again or tag me or just keep spamming me till I figure it out that you're there. But thank you. Good morning. Katie, good morning. Welcome to the channel. So great to see you. I have to read your comment about Tony. I might have to scroll up a little bit. Thank you for that. I'm looking. Patient 0 has been contained. Sickness is basically gone. Just a headache and a hungry. Dodged the sickness myself. Well, hopefully that's true. But it can take up to 10 days. But either way, I'm glad to hear that she is feeling better. We were a little worried about her for a little bit. You always wonder when you're getting sick like that things might happen. But I'm glad to hear that she's feeling better. And hopefully she's able to enjoy at least a little bit more of her weekend before she has to go back to school. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you very much for that. Tell her we said hello. Tell her we love her. We hope she feels better. Lucas says I was also able to finally get some sleep. Yeah, because Tony kept him up. She kept him up all night. So, well, I'm glad. So now you both can feel better. Gladys says, I'm going away, not coming back. Okay, well, thank you very much for that. I hope you're, thanks for coming in. Lots of vitamin D this time of year. Yeah, Dawn, I did tell her that. Yep. Chloe says, where are you going, Gladys? She's also making me go to the store today in this dang cold. Well, you probably should have went yesterday then. I'm just kidding. I order my groceries. I don't go anywhere. Thank you, Katie, for reminding everybody to give a thumbs up. We appreciate that. Kathy says, what happened, Gladys? I hope everything's going okay. Did the gamble not work? Katie, I'm not sure. Lucas can take a look at that as soon as he gets his computer up and running. Streamlabs likes to be silly sometimes, and it does things and then it doesn't do things and it does things. So I apologize, Streamlabs. It's not always that much fun. Sometimes it's a little annoying. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I want to tell you guys more about this project. I'm going to put this back here. Tell you a little bit more about this project. Oh, yeah, that's right. Lucas decreased the max bet. Okay. I'm going to be distracted by all that. So let me flip the camera over so you guys can see a little bit better about what's going on here. I was going to say, you better show up. Alright, so this is the project that we're going to be working on. This is what the actual finished project looks like. And we're going to be working on these big pieces here. The blocks are 24 by 24, so they're huge. The pieces that we're going to be working on today. And as you can tell, just by looking at the design, it's a lot of half square triangles. So I've got all of my pieces pre-cut already. Now this is one of the differences between this project and the cotton cuts project. And I don't want you guys to make the assumption that I'm not interested in cotton cuts anymore or something has happened that I don't like them. That is not the case at all. I love cotton cuts. We will be absolutely going back to them. Not this go round for flyaway, but the next one after that we'll be back again with our PMQs. But I wanted to try something a little bit different just to kind of compare Cotton Cuts to other companies and kind of see the pros and cons of what other companies are offering as well. Because there's so many different Block of the Month programs out there that I wanted to try another one. So I have signed up with a company called Annie's Kit Club. I've seen it advertised on different social media platforms and things like that. I've seen the advertisements for it quite a bit. And I really, really liked this particular quilt design. I loved the colors of it. I loved the fabrics. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a shot. And we'll see what happens. So that's what these pieces here are. These are some of the fabrics that we're going to be using. So each month they send us a new little packet of fabric and the next block. And you have to cut all of the pieces yourself. So that is one of the biggest differences between this program and Cotton Cuts, is that you have to cut all the pieces. Whereas with Cotton Cuts, they cut everything for you. The other thing is with this project is you know what you're making. Whereas with Cotton Cuts, it's a surprise. It's a mystery. It's all about fun because you don't know what you're making. Although every single design is beautiful. It's amazing. So uh-oh, what happened? Gladys says nobody's saying hi. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hi, Brenda. Good morning. Welcome back. Gladys, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought I've seen some highs. I wonder if maybe you need to reset your chat. Have you tried leaving and coming back? Sometimes it has to reset, but I do see a lot of people say hi. But I'm sorry if you feel like they're not. Brett says, Lucas, you're getting in training for when you have kids. Absolutely, yeah. Dawn says she's sorry if she missed anyone in chat. She's having a conversation with family. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Lavender scented rice packets for my pockets. I'll warm them up before I take the dog out. Yeah, good call. Good call. Yeah, yum yum. Warm hands, for sure. Alright, so that's one of the other... one of the differences between this kit and the kit that we are currently working on for Cotton Cut stuff is that you have to cut all the fabric yourself. In this kit, you know what you're making, so that's a little bit of a difference. Now, so for some people, that's a pro. For some people, that's a con. For me, I'm kind of level. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided if that's going to be fun or not. Now, this kit, you're not committed to signing up for the whole thing. You can cancel at any time, so we could just make 2 or 3 of the blocks from this kit and then cancel if we wanted to. I'm not going to try. I'm going to try not to do that, but it just depends on my experience. We'll have to see. Now, I did cut all of the pieces off camera. You can see that they're all cut up here. Some of them are already marked up as based on the instructions that we needed, but I did end up with a lot of extra fabric, and I wanted to show this to you guys so that you guys can get a better idea. So this kit is probably about $10 to $15 more per month than Cotton Cuts. But because you get all this extra fabric, check out, I mean, it's kind of all in a bag, but look at all this extra fabric. I got at least 1/8 of a yard to sometimes 1/4 of a yard of extra fabric for the different pieces that I have. Now, they do only send you the fabric. Uh-oh, something happened. There we go. They do only send you the fabric for the colors that you're working on right now. They don't send you the fabric for the entire project. It's just for the one block. But I did end up with a lot of extra pieces, and you guys will see that fabric again on Thursday when we come back for our live stream for our block party video, which I'm really excited to bring back as well. But you guys will see that fabric again because there was enough there for me to cut the pieces for our block party video. So that was really exciting. Chloe says, pretty fabrics. Yes, they are beautiful fabrics. Now, of course, my camera does not do them justice at all, but they are absolutely beautiful fabrics. I've got a nice dark purple with some pink fabric here. I've got some pink with some nice cherry blossom fabric here. And then this is a very cream colored fabric. It's really hard to see it on the camera, but it's a cream colored fabric. And so I'm really excited to get started with it. Hi, Natalie. Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us. She says we don't get many block of the months here in the UK because of postage from the US is expensive. Yes, Natalie, I can understand that 100%. And that's why we're also doing the block party videos as well. So if that's something you might be interested in, it's not a block of the month. You do have to provide your own fabric, but I am giving you the pattern. Well, I'm not giving you the patterns, but we're taking all of our patterns from the same book. So that way you guys can still sew along with me. All you need to do is you need to purchase the book, which you can get from Amazon or any local bookstore. You can purchase the book, and then I give you a month ahead of time. I let you know which block we're going to be making, and you cut the pieces for that block, and we put it together live here on the channel on Thursdays. Not every Thursday. First, one Thursday a month. Yeah, we can get the fabric better on the camera you're in. Yeah, so like this camera, the front facing camera is better. I am trying. Like, this is a brand new camera, brand new lighting setup. It's just dark. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking I need to actually update the ceiling light in this room, and that might help. So we're working on some updates to the room. You guys are going to see a little bit of changes here coming soon. But we're doing a little bit of updates. Don't worry though, the walls are staying exactly the way they are. We're not changing the walls. We might put some things on the walls, but the colors themselves is not changing, so that's good. Lana says, please explain about the thimbles again. Absolutely, Lana. Yeah, I'm happy to. The thimbles program is a loyalty points program. So basically the thimbles are just points. It's a points program. So basically, as you're watching the channel, as long as you're a subscriber to the channel and you're a participant in chat, you don't have to, constantly spam chat, but as long as you're making a comment every once in a while, then you are earning thimbles throughout the channel. So you're earning points throughout while you're watching the live stream. I think it's 25 thimbles per every 5 minutes or something silly like that. But then on top of that, awesome, Teresa. That is great. I'm so happy for that. On top of earning the thimbles while you're watching, you can also play games in chat. We have 3 different games that you can play in chat. There's the heist game, which runs about every 5 or 10 minutes. Someone has to start it, and then it runs, and then somebody wins, and then you gotta wait 5 minutes for it to cool down, and then it runs again. Then there's the slots machine game, which I'll tell you, that's the fastest and easiest way to earn thimbles, is that through that slots game. And then there's a third game that we've just recently introduced. We're still kind of working out the kinks for it a little bit, and that is the gamble game. All 3 of those are luck of the draws. There's really no rhyme or reason to them. It's not like you need any skill for them. But basically, you just go into the chat and you do exclamation point heist, space, and the amount of thimbles you want to risk, exclamation point slots, space, and the amount of thimbles you're willing to risk, or exclamation point gamble, space, and the amount of thimbles you're willing to risk. And then the computer decides whether you win, lose, or draw. It's completely random. We have no control over your earnings, whether you do or don't win. So unfortunately, we can't control that, although we have found that if you give the bot a little bit of a hug, sometimes it helps, which I'm sure another subscriber can show you how that works. But basically, you keep earning thimbles until you reach a certain number of them, and then you can redeem those thimbles in for prizes. If you do exclamation point prices in chat, it'll give you a list of all of the prices, and in parentheses, it'll tell you how many thimbles you need in order to redeem that prize. Now, don't get discouraged by the amount of thimbles it's showing. It's going to say 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. You can earn that many thimbles in one live stream by playing the slots games and the other games in chat. We've seen people do it. It happens. You can earn them that quickly. Now, the other thing is Lucas likes to give away thimbles. He likes to give away. So throughout the stream, you will see him randomly throw thimbles out to people or just give everybody thimbles, things like that. So that is also something that happens as well. Hi, Rita. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me. We are going to get started with this project here soon, I swear. We've got to get in on this. I love your little monster hand. It's so wonderful. I love it when she waves. Hi, Lucy. Welcome. My goodness, so many people today. It's so great. You know what it is? It's the cold weather. Everybody's staying indoors with the cold weather, and I get that. I get that 100%. But welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. But Lana, I hope that has answered your questions. If it hasn't, please let us know. We are happy to answer more questions. The other thing you can do is just kind of watch chat and see how other people are doing things and how the computer reacts to those things. And that will help you out as well. But we did have some redemptions last week, so I'm starting to get those ready. Those will ship at the end of the month. I try and do one shipment at the end of the month. So if you have any thimbles you want to redeem this live stream, feel free, and then I will throw them in your shipment for the end of the month. Oh my gosh, so much talking. Chloe says, I finished my mystery pixelated quilt along quilt top this morning. Awesome! I'm going to grab some water here, guys. Give me just a second. There you go. Those are the prizes that you can earn in chat. 2 or 3 times a year, I actually bring the prize boxes out so you guys can see them. I'm not going to do that today. We really don't have time today because This is probably going to take us the full 2 hours. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get this done in the 2 hour time frame we have. You talking is better than me talking. Haha. Rita, that's not true. I'm sure that's not true. Where was I? Oh, right. We're going to try and get this done today. Lucas has given away 1,500 thimbles to all of our new subscribers. So if you are new to the channel and you have not yet gotten your 1,500 thimbles from Lucas, please let him know. You can tag him by doing the @ symbol and then type in Lucas space patch, and it will tag him in chat. He is trying to keep track of that for us. He is in charge of the thimbles. The other two are in charge of all the other stuff. They do a fantastic job. They're a great team, and I love them all, and I love working with them. So thank you very much for all of our moderators. All right, we've got to get started on this thing because, like I said, I'm fearful that we're not going to finish it today. So far, right out the bat, I can tell you it's about $10 to $15 more a month. But you do get to figure out, you get to see the actual finished project so you know what you're investing your money in, which Cotton Cuts, I still know what I'm investing my money in. I'm investing my money in a beautiful project. I just don't know what it looks like. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So this one, I do know what it looks like. This one, you also have to pre-cut all of your own fabric. So that's why I've done here. Cotton Cuts, they cut it all for you. So that's another difference here. But now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start to follow the instructions to see if the instructions are just as easy or maybe slightly more difficult than Cotton Cuts. We're going to find out. Now, I have done some pre-marking already because I did actually read the instructions. I was able to get these marked up and I think these A pieces marked up. But I did not get these E ones marked up. So when we get there, we're going to have to mark those up as well. She says I haven't had enough coffee. I'm ready for a nap. There we go. Got some thimbles. All right. I prefer cutting my own fabric. Rita, you know what? Some people do. I mean, it doesn't bother me as long as it's not anything too intricate. The squares and stuff, I can handle those. But if it gets to be too complex, then I get a little fearful because I'm not great about cutting fabric. But I mean, the cut stuff, I don't mind that it's pre-cut. But now, in this case, you do have to cut it yourself, but then you get all the scraps. So there's that, you know, there's this whole balancing act of which one you prefer. So it's something to take a look at. All right, we really got to get going there. All right, guys, we got to get going. I got to focus now. Got to focus. You guys are distracting me in chat. All right, so first, step number 1 said to draw a diagonal line on the wrong side of the A squares, which was these ones here. Place 2 squares right sides together on the opposite corners of the B fabric and sew on the drawn lines. So we're going to be making a square and a square, basically. So we're going to be taking these 2 B's and we're going to be putting these on the corners, all 4 corners. We'll be sewing on the diagonal line. So what I'm going to do is, because there's going to be a lot of scraps to this, so I'm going to go ahead and make 2 sewing lines so then that way when I slice it, I have some nice, cute half square triangles as well. A quilter that can focus? Not possible. Yeah, well, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try. But you all are going to distract me, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. So we're going to see how far we get. Whatever I don't finish here on the live stream, I will go ahead and finish after the stream, and then I will post pictures of it to our Facebook group. So if you guys are interested in seeing what these pieces look like, make sure you follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. You can do !FB in chat for Facebook, !Instagram for Instagram, or you can do !links in chat for both. Okay, we gotta get going. All right, so I've got 2 pieces of this B fabric. Now check this out. This is 1 piece. Like, you can tell this block's gonna be huge. It's a 24 by 24 block, so it's gonna be massive. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with these. These are the A pieces. I need to switch out my foot because I've got my 1/4 inch guided presser foot on right now. So I'm gonna grab my clear one. I meant to grab it off camera and I forgot. It's in here. It's just buried somewhere. At least I think it's in here. Maybe it's not in here. Alright, maybe it's in here. Is it somewhere on the table? No? Okay. I know I've got extras, so worst case. Yeah, here's one. Here it is. Alright. Put all this back for now. These are all my little bins of goodies. I really need to organize it a little bit better, but it's alright. There's the guided one. Put this one on for now. Alright, so we're going to be doing a lot of corner to corner sewing. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up here. Look at you go, Lana. She's already figured it out. Don't let it give you a false sense of security, though, because that bot, it's a meanie. It's like Mr. Grinch. It's a mean one. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and get this sewn up. I'm doing corner to corner right on the line as it indicated. Just triple check and make sure. Draw a diagonal, place 2 squares on the opposite corners of the B fabric. So on the drawn lines. Yep. Okay. On the drawn lines. What is everybody else working on today? I'm assuming that most everybody is probably hanging out in their quilting rooms today because it's cold. So what are your plans for today? You got any goals set up of things you want to get done? I, of course, will be in here hanging out, working on this project, depending on how much of it we get done today. Yes, Susan, that is right. Bot gives and bot taketh away. That is 100% sure. True. 100% true. The bot does. Sometimes hugging it helps, sometimes not. Just depends on how it's feeling. Alright. Do both of these. I'm going to try to chain piece everything to make it a little bit faster. I did just put a brand new needle in this just before the stream because my needle was starting to make some noises, which is a good pro tip for you guys. If your needle is making a noise, like you can hear it going through the fabric, you need a new needle. It shouldn't make any noise at all. You shouldn't be able to hear it. If you hear it, that means it's actually catching on the fabric, which means it's not as sharp as it could be. I change my needle every 2 to 3 live streams. I know that's probably a little extreme, but that's how often that I change mine because I like to keep it nice and sharp. And just for reference, every 2 to 3 live streams is going to be every 6 to 8 hours of sewing. So it's about reasonable. All right, one more time. I'm going to sew this one more time, 1/4 of an inch away. Actually, I need to do a 1/2 inch away. How can I do that? So I sewed on the line, and now I need to trim a 1/2 inch. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. I'm not going to worry about it now. I was going to try and sew these up, sew a second line on these, but I feel like I'm losing my mind trying to figure out the math on that. So we'll just slice them up now and sew them up later. Okay. Alright, so I got 2 of them on. So let's go ahead and get these trimmed up first. My ruler. 1/4 of an inch from the sewing line. There we go. Flip that one over. 1/4 of an inch from the sewing line. And press open. Okay. There's those pieces. Press open. Tammy says I change my needle before after sunset Sunday every week. So once a week. Yep, that's a good call. Especially, you know, depending on how much you sew. If you sew a lot, then that's a great idea. I do mine every couple because I don't sew other than on the weekends. do these as an open. I know I missed some things in chat while I was sewing there, so I do apologize for that. I'll try and catch up here in just a second. Provided he remembers, we may have another special guest on Tuesday night. Tammy, I assume Tammy's talking about Tuesday night on her channel. That is awesome. Please make sure you go check her out. Think that we've got a link set up for her channel if you do !Tammy in chat. Alright, so that's half of it done. We're still going to put the corners on this side as well. We'll do that in just a second here. First, I got to trim up these other ones. So right off the bat, it does appear that, especially for this particular block, because this is a big block. This one is a 24 by 24 block. It's going to be huge. I'm not sure if they're all going to be that size. We'll have to wait and see. But right off the bat, I can tell you that these blocks are going to take a little bit longer to put together than just your cotton cuts blocks, because obviously at first I had to cut all the pieces, so that was probably about an hour, I'm going to say, to cut all the pieces. And now we're sewing them all up and trimming as we go. Hopefully we get these all done in the 2-hour time frame, but we'll have to wait and see. Anniversary celebration. That sounds exciting, Tammy. Congratulations. We are celebrating 3 years here on this channel. We just had a big birthday / anniversary live stream last week where we did a bunch of giveaways. Speaking of those giveaways, I did get addresses from everyone that won, so thank you very much for that. Those will also be going out at the end of the month along with the thimble redemptions. I started putting those together yesterday. Okay. Alright, so there's that one. So now let's go ahead and sew up the other side. Go. There they are. I keep all of my scraps for every single project that I work on. And I keep them in a little Ziploc bag in my project bin. You guys can see just off camera here, my project bin is right here. And inside of that is the Ziploc bag for all my scraps. No, Chloe, no problem. And these triangle pieces here that we have right here will go into that scrap bin. And then whatever we don't end up using for our block party videos or whatever else, once the quilt is completed, I take all those scraps and I throw them into a drawer in my closet. And then those pieces are what is given out to our Scrap Busters Club, to our Scrap Busters as part of the membership perk. If you are a member of the channel, no matter which level of the channel that you are a member for, because there's 3 different levels. No matter which one, you are automatically entered as part of the Scrap Busters Club, where at least once a year, hopefully twice a year, you'll receive an 8 by 8 by 4 box filled with scrap fabrics from me. I keep anything that's over an inch by an inch. And then when I send them to people, I just kind of randomly select from various projects so you don't get all of the same fabric. You get a bunch of different pieces. And a lot of these pieces we're going to be using in our block party videos, which start this Thursday. I'm so excited to start that project again. I'm really excited about it. We're bringing it back. The block party is going to be a block of the month program that we're doing here exclusively on this channel. All of the blocks are going to come from a book called The 1,000 Blocks Book by Quilt Makers. There is a link to it in the... What did I just do? Why didn't you guys tell me I sewed this up wrong? Dang it. I wasn't paying attention and I ended up sewing it up wrong. Maybe you did and I just missed it in chat, but I sewed it up wrong. Terry says the scrap box was amazing. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. So I just trimmed this up and now I realize I sewed it up wrong. So now I gotta pull it apart and sew it up the correct way without screwing it up. So this is great. So we're already off to a fantastic start. It is what it is, right? Brenda says, I'm so excited. I'm glad. I'm really happy for you. The block we're going to be making on Thursday is called the Infinity Block. It is block number 602. It's on page 308 of the book. It is just a pieced block. Nothing fancy. We're going to start out real slow. Kind of build up our confidence on these again. Because it's been a while since we've done them. Or at least for me, it's been a while. So we're going to start with that one. You want to make sure that you have all of your pieces cut up and ready to sew together on Thursday. We're making 2 pieces of the block. So cut up enough fabric to make 2. If you are a member of the Fat Quarter Club, which is the second level on our channel, then you receive a Fat Quarter bundle from me every quarter, which you could use for this block party video. Susan, how long are you going to be in the hotel for? Because I know, did you say they're redoing your apartment, or updating it, or upgrading it, or I forget. I know they're doing something to it, so forgive me. But how long are you planning to be? How long do you need to be in the hotel for? But didn't you say they're also helping you pay for it as well? Maybe I'm wrong on that. All right, so here's the first one. Let me go ahead and sew this one up first so that I don't forget about it. Right sides together this time. Dummy. Right sides together. Be a little tricky because it's already cut, but we'll manage. There we go. Right sides together. I just keep repeating that to myself. There we go. Alright, that one's set up. Now I gotta pull the other one apart. So give me just a second here, guys. I've already messed up. Doesn't take me long. Hence the name of the channel. I'm not an expert. So far the instructions are pretty simple, but we are only on step 1. I believe the kit for this particular project is already sold out. I think that's what we figured out last time. But this company does have a lot of other kits that you can choose from. So if it turns out that you really like, if it turns out that you like the process from this kit and you're interested in trying one out for yourself, you can go onto their website and check it out. I think they've got 3 or 4 of them running right now. I believe there's a link to it in the description of this video. If not, you can do a Google search for it. It is just Annie's Kit Club, or Club Kit. I think it's Kit Club. There we go. Making sure I'm lined up here. And I wasn't. So let's try that again. I just made this a little bit more difficult for myself because I didn't realize that I had sewn it up wrong until after I cut it. So, it is what it is. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and press this one open as well. Thank you, Terry, for throwing up that link. I appreciate it. Terry is awesome with those links. Like, she is just awesome in general, but she's really awesome with those links. So thank you very, very much for that. All of my moderators are awesome. They make this channel look like a very well-oiled machine when most of the time I feel like it's not. So they're great at it. Teresa says, block is finally done. That's awesome. Yeah, Teresa bought our 1,000 Blocks book, and then she went back into our playlist for the block party challenge, and she went back and she made all of the other blocks that we had made previously. So that was really exciting. That's not necessarily a requirement for this particular project, but if you'd like to, you can. We are going to be making 12 blocks in this project that are going to be 12 by 12 blocks. So that in itself will make enough blocks for a full-size quilt. But you can also make some more for yourself of the other blocks that we made a couple years ago as well, if you'd like. There we go. So there we go. First one is done. Isn't that awesome? So far, so good. We're what? Almost an hour in, and we've barely went through step 1. She has one more to catch up on. That's awesome. They were fun blocks to make. They were really fun. Right sides together this time. Let's try and make sure we do it correctly this time. Right sides together. Oh, I think I hear a jingle from a puppy. Hi, Wiggles. Wrigley's here with us. Hi, Wrigley. Hi. Boy. They can't really see you because Mommy's got her Zoom camera on. Because you're so weirdo. You're so weirdo. You're so that weirdo one. Come here. Let me see. Come here. You want to say hi? Here. I'll lift you up. Say hi. Oh. Can you say hi to everybody? Say hi. Say Wrigley says hi. She's got her sweater on because it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. Yes, this is Wrigley. She's a 200-pound dog stuck in an 8-pound body. She's a diva. She's a total diva. Yeah, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is Mr. Wizard's buddy. Yes, Mr. Wizard's buddy. Yeah. There you go. I placed your sweater. Thanks for coming to visit. She's so cute. She's a cute one. I tell Mr. Wizard all the time. I said she's like a life-size Beanie Baby. She's like the perfect size. She wasn't supposed to be that size. We thought she was going to be a little bit bigger when we got her, but, you know, sometimes that happens in life. It's a pleasant surprise in life sometimes. She is a Shih Tzu mix. So she is a Shih Tzu and a Poodle. But we thought she was a tiny poodle mix, but she turns out she's a teacup poodle. So, yes, she does read. That's why I said she's a diva. Yes, she does have the look of like, this is me. It is my world. You just live in it. She's a diva for sure. Yes, she's fun though. But she scares the heck out of the other two, and they're both bigger than she is, so it's fun. We'll see who else shows up. Speaking of puppies, though, I have my appointment ready for my laptop to be upgraded on Tuesday. So I'm hopeful that the upgrade will help it so that I can run all 3 of my cameras at one time, because I have set up a puppy cam. I promised you guys it a while ago, and I finally have it all set up. It's just not functional at the moment because my computer is just a little bit underpowered for it to run all 3 of the cameras at the same time. So once it is upgraded, I'm hoping that it will be strong enough to run the 3rd camera. And then we'll have a little box in the corner on the screen that'll just be the puppy cam. So you'll be able to see when they come in. I have 3 puppies. Wrigley is the smallest one. She's not the youngest one, but she is the smallest one of the 3. 2 pounds. Oh, geez. We thought he was a Great Dane. Yes, he thought he was a Great Dane. Yes, no, that's why I say, we joke all the time that she is the 200-pound dog stuck in the 8-pound body. Because she'll take on anything. There's a next door neighbor has a, we think it's a pit mix. It's a big dog, big wolf. Wrigley just wants to kick its butt. Like, she just like, let me at it, Mom. Yeah, she definitely has a Napoleon complex for sure. Welcome back, Kathy. Just ironing up these pieces, getting them to lay nice and flat for us. Make our lives a little bit easier. Here's our second one. Ta-da. Awesome. Alright, so we've got 2 pieces done. That is all of step 1. Yay. I'm going to set these aside for now. I'm sure we're going to come back to them here in a second. Let me just pull these pieces down here for a little while. Lay these up there so you guys can still kind of see them. Yep. Alright. Step 2. And there are 9 steps total. So it's a much slower process than cotton cuts as well. Draw a diagonal line on the wrong sides of 32 of the C-inch squares, which I have done. Right sides together at a corner of the D rectangle, paying attention to the orientation of the drawn line. So on the drawn line, a quarter inch away. Okay, so we need these. Move this out of the way for now. I still have the dad and sister to him. They are Chihuahua and Beagle cross mixed. Oh, nice. So cute. So cute. Okay, so here's our D pieces. You guys can kind of see them a little bit on the camera. We're going to be sewing C squares to these. Now, in the directions it said 32, and there's 40 total, so there's a handful of them. There's 8 of them here that don't have lines on them. So let me grab those. But just like cotton cuts, there's a lot of triangles. Alright, so we take one square and we go this way, like that. And then we're going to take the other one, we're going to go this way, like this. So we end up with some diagonals. So we need to make 8 of that way. Figure 2, figure 3. Paying attention to the orientation of the drawn line. Okay, so that's that way. I'm just reading through the instructions here again, guys. Give me just a second here. And then we're going to need this one here. So we want to press away from the center. We only want to make 8 of these. And then we're going to make 8 more the other direction. So we're going to do 8 more this way. Like that. So right now we only want to do 8. So I'm going to pull, just so that I don't confuse myself even more, I'm going to pull 8 of these off. So that I don't confuse myself. We are done with the B. We don't need B anymore. We're done with A too? Yes, we're done with A and with B. I'm taking these letters and moving them off the camera so then that way I don't confuse myself. Because I get confused easily, especially when you're trying to do 8 different things at one time. She says, now I know why I do not buy patterns with instructions. They would confuse me. I only buy patterns with instructions because I am not creative enough to make it on my own. So I can only do it this way. But we want to make sure we're going the correct way, the correct orientation. So let's grab these. So we're going to go ahead and do 8 of these real quick. There we go. Alright. I'm just going to chain piece these. I'm going to do all 8 at the same time. Or not at the same time. You guys know what I mean. You know how to chain piece. So we're just going to line them up. Right sides together. Good news is that our background fabric is basically the same on both sides, so there really is no right or wrong side, so that makes things a little bit easier for us. It is the way with most anything, directions to anything from a home in a shredder. Haha. No, I understand that. Sometimes directions are necessary, and sometimes they're just a recommendation. You know, it's kind of like speed limit. It's really just a suggestion. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hi, Mona. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. I hope you're warm. Because it is chilly out there. What is it right now? It is... Has it warmed up at all? Well, it's warmed up 1 degree, folks. It is currently 7 degrees. Still feels like -10 here in northern Illinois. And from what I understand, Mr. Wizard told me it's supposed to get even colder tomorrow. And tomorrow, I have to go to work. So that stinks. Alright, so just moving right along here. Like I said, I'm not sure how much of this we're going to get done today. I'm going to definitely finish it today. I just don't know that we're going to be able to finish it on this live stream. But that's also one of the things that we're testing out as well, is to see how long it takes us to put these blocks together. I mean, I'm already an hour in. I'm already 2 hours in, because I had to first take an hour to cut the fabric. And now I'm an hour into the live stream sewing it up together. Of course, we did do 20 minutes or so of chatting first thing, so. Let me just make sure that I've counting this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 7, 8. Alright, making sure. Kathy says it's 27 and sunny here in Western Washington. Patricia says, I feel bad saying it's 41 here in California and it's cold. You know what? 41 for California is cold. We'll give you that. Just don't complain about it, okay? It's cold for you. We understand. Okay, last one. Then we'll go ahead and slice these up and press them open. Alright. Joyce says it's only 7 here. Right now. Is that with the wind chill, Joyce, or is there a wind chill by you? For us, it's 7 degrees, but then there's a wind chill that makes it feel like it's -10. And that's Fahrenheit for those folks overseas. Okay, let me just make sure we've sewn these all up the same direction. Yes. 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 And yes. Okay. Alright, we need to trim these up now. 1/4 inch. Tammy says it feels like -17 by her. Okay, you have me beat. You definitely have me beat. My goodness, that is really chilly. It's a perfect day to stay indoors. Perfect day to stay indoors. Alright, there's one. We're just trimming up our 1/4 inch now. Now I could eyeball this, but I'm going to use my ruler and actually measure it just to make sure. Lots of scraps. Lots and lots of scraps. Which is probably why you pay a little bit more for this one than you would for the cotton cuts. Because you are getting a lot of extra scrap material that you could use for other things. Like these are half square triangles. You could totally use these for another project. Like we could just sew those up and make some stars or something. Maybe we will. Who knows? You can make yourself some matching pillows to go along with this blanket when we're done with it. This quilt. Sorry. Not blanket. Quilt. Sorry. We has the wins. Tammy, forgive me. I know you. I remember you mentioned it before, but forgive me. Where are you located again? Casper, Wyoming. Wow. There you go. Yeah, when I'm doing flying geese, I just go ahead and sew the pieces together while I'm sewing. Then just cut in the middle and half square triangles are done. Yes. I thought about doing that myself this time. Honestly, I just, the math wouldn't math in my head. Like, I needed to do a 1/2 inch from the sewing line so that I could give myself 2/4, and I just, my brain wouldn't work that way. Dawn says, Gladys says, I'm back now. That's great, Gladys. Welcome back. We missed you. Alright, let's go ahead and press these open, and then we're going to sew up the other side. We're making some diagonals on these for folks. We're doing some diagonals here. You guys can kind of see the picture here on the... It's really tiny here. Well, let me show you. This is what we're doing right here. This piece here. Right there. We're going to 8 of those, and then we're going to make 8 go in the opposite direction. Joyce says, I'm back, needed coffee. I can't blame you for that. It's a chilly day. Ooh, my iron is cool. Let's go ahead and get that warmed up again. So again, I don't know how much of this we're going to get done today, but we're going to give it a go. Susan says, according to AccuWeather, it's about 10 degrees colder where I live than it is here at my daughter's house. Wow. It's a crazy day, that's for sure. Crazy weather. Alright, so there's one. The directions do say to press all of these open, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to press them all open. It's too bad Mr. Wizard was busy this morning. I could have hired him again to be my Iron Man. This might have went a little faster. He did a fantastic job pressing our seams open for us when we were working on our Resilient project during our live stream, our After Dark live stream. He did a fantastic job. So I told him he was hired. Lana says, it seems like they lay flatter when you press them open. I can't say that I disagree. Pressing the seams open is not something I normally do. I usually do a you know, to the left and to the right so that they nest up, so that I make sure that my corners match really nicely. But I have pressing the seams open for our resilient project. I have noticed that as well. But I have also noticed, at least for me, and again, just speaking for myself, it's a little bit more challenging for me to make sure that my seams meet up correctly when they're pressed open. I do prefer them to kind of go one way or the other so that they nest up really nicely when we have to have seams matching. So I will say that. But that's just me. Terry says, I did an interesting block yesterday. Brenda T. Conquering Mount Scrapmore does a Y seam yesterday block. It is good practice for Y seams. Ooh, Y seams. That's interesting. With the Floral States of America project that we've been working on the channel here. It's a Cotton Cuts project. They do a lot of windmill seams, so like one goes up, one goes down, which is, you know, it's challenging for me because it's something I've never done before, and so I'm still kind of trying to figure out how it goes. But I like that one as well. That one seems to make things lay nice and flat also. It's the answer to the universe times 10. There you go. Yeah, I will agree with you though. Sometimes they do seem to lay flat. I think it just depends on, my opinion, just depends on what type of a block you're making and what type of a look you're going for. Three more, guys. 3 more, and then we can sew up the other side. I will say that pressing the seams open does take longer. It does take longer for sure, and that's why I am convinced we are not going to get this done today. At least not on this live stream. I will definitely be finishing it after the stream, because I want to make sure it gets done, because we're going to get a new shipment every 4 weeks. They said that they shipped the next one 4 weeks after they shipped the last one, so we're going to get a new shipment every 4 weeks. And unless something goes horribly wrong with it, which I don't think it will, it just means that it just looks like it's going to take a lot longer for us to do these than a Cotton Cuts project. That's okay though. We will continue to keep this one on the channel. I think it's a 9-month project, so you'll see it once a month for the next 9 months as we slowly build it up together. Lucas says, alright, I have to leave again. LOL. Alright, Lucas, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Take care of that patient for us. I'm glad to hear she's feeling a little better. Hi, baby. Here's another one of my babies. She's camera shy, though. She doesn't usually come in so that you can see her on the camera. She sticks close. I don't know how she knows there's a camera, but she sticks like right underneath where you can't really see the camera. Where'd you go? Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, baby. Will you let me pick you up? Come here. Can you come and say hi? Okay. This is Ivy. She's our baby. She's the youngest, not the smallest, just the youngest. This is Ivy. Would you work with me here? Thank you. Okay. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say hi. I know. Oh, thank you so much for the kisses. Thank you. Yes. This is our baby. This is Ivy. She weighs about 13 pounds. She's a Cabochon. That's a Cavalier King Charles and the Bichon Frise mix. Best dog ever. Best dog ever. She doesn't really shed. She does need to be groomed. Very well behaved. Listens very, very well. Super soft and cuddly. She's got the nice silky hair. And she loves to snuggle, don't you? Mm-hmm. She likes hugs. Oh, thank you. She likes French. She likes to give cheek kisses too. Yeah. Okay, I get you. I know you don't like the camera. I know. Oh, that's our baby. Thank you. Yes. Teresa's hi, Wigglebutt. She is super sweet. She is super, super sweet. All right, let's go ahead and get this other side on here and just check in our directions. Make sure we're going the right direction, right way. I'm going to go this opposite direction now. We got lots to do, so I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and get the other 8. Once I get these sewn up, I'm going to sew up the other 8, go in the opposite direction. Kind of get everything sewn up together so we can do a little bit more of at one time. Streamlabs reminding everybody to like and subscribe. If you haven't already, please consider doing so. We have a lot of fun here on this channel. We'll be doing another live stream this Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We don't do every Thursday. It's just going to be one Thursday a month for our block party videos. Well, Chloe, if he's offering, you got to take him up on that. She says she'll be right back. He's offering to help her take a picture of one of her quilts. Can't wait to see it, Chloe. Make sure you post pictures on our Facebook group. I usually bring my quilts into my office and I have them taken, I have pictures taken there because there's more people and there's more space. My house is very tiny. It's a teeny tiny little house. And there's not often space in any of the rooms to open up a quilt to get a good picture. So most of the pictures that you see of my quilts are taken in the lobby at the company I work for. Lana, type exclamation point thimbles in chat to see how many thimbles you have. You can do that at any time, as many times as you need. Once you're ready to redeem your thimbles, then you would do exclamation point redeem, all one word, space, and then the code for whichever one you want to redeem. So if you want to do a notion, I think it's notion. If you want to do a fat quarter, I think it's fat quarter, all one word. If you do the exclamation point prizes in chat, it'll give you the commands. It'll tell you what the title of it is. Lucas, I thought you were leaving. Not that I don't love you hanging out here, dude, but I thought you were leaving. She's gonna get mad at you. Yeah, the stream bot can be picky sometimes. Gotta have a lot of patience with that stream bot. It can be a pain. Yeah, see how it says equals fat quarter equals notion? That's the actual command. So you do exclamation point redeem space and then the command that you want to redeem. Then after you redeem it, if it goes through, a thing will show up on the screen that says you've redeemed it as well as in chat. And then you'll need to email me with your mailing address so that I can get it in the mail to you. Wouldn't that be cool if you were able to redeem it your very first time out? That'd be awesome. All right, let me grab the other 8, and we're going to set those up as well since I'm sewing up here. I want to go ahead and grab them. Those are opposite, so I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Yep. Just making sure I'm doing them right. keep triple checking, making sure I'm doing everything the way I'm supposed to. Of course, you know, you guys know me. I'll find a way to make a mistake. Don't you worry. Jack will come out again soon. We joke all the time that he is the co-host of the show. And if you're referring to patient 0, she is currently in the shower. Oh, so she can't yell at you because she's in the shower. That's good. That's good. Patient 0. Alright. Keep going. Pretty sure. After this one, I'm going to double check my count, make sure that there aren't any extras that I'm doing something with. I'm only supposed to be doing 8 of each, so I want to make sure I'm doing that correctly. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 4. Okay, so I did 4 of that way and then 8 of the other way. Okay, cool. Just making sure I'm doing it right. You're always like, especially when you follow a new pattern like this and you don't have a lot of extra fabric, so you got to make sure you're doing it right. I always second guess myself. I always end up like triple checking and counting, and just kind of the way I go with things. So. Unfortunately, though, doesn't appear that we're going to be able to get this thing done today, which is unfortunate because I really wanted you guys to see what the black looks like. I mean, I guess I could pull it up on another stream. I guess we could just make it slower. I don't know. I'll think about it. I really want to get this first one made. I want to see what it looks like. So maybe I'll finish it and then I'll show you guys what it looks like on Thursday before we start our process, our block party video. These are definitely taking longer than a cotton cuts project. So if you guys got a time restriction for making things, this one definitely takes longer. Which is not necessarily a con for the project, it's just an observation. The cotton cuts clues, we can get those done in 2 hours. They're already pre-cut for us. Directions are really easy and simple to do, and there's not that many pieces. Yes, take your time. This is for fun. That is for sure. Yeah, I hadn't really planned on doing a subscription box this go round. But I saw this one and I really, really liked the pattern of it. And I know with this particular company and these kits, they sell out really quickly. They have a limited number of them. So I decided to bite the bullet and pay the little bit extra. Plus I got a coupon code online for 50% off the first block. So the first block was a little less expensive than it would be normally. Nice would be. Alright. So now we're going to be doing a bunch of trimming, and then we still have some pieces left to sew, so I'm going to set those aside for now. We're going to go ahead and get these trimmed up. What time is it? 12 o'clock, so we've got about half an hour left. Turn the iron back on. Trim a 1/4 inch on all of these. You don't have to use your ruler to measure the 1/4 inch. I mean, you can just eyeball it if you want to, but I go ahead and I'm going to use my ruler. Just makes things a little less stressful for me, a little bit more accurate. Probably need to change out the blade in my cutting wheel here. I know we just changed it recently, but I feel like it's biting a little bit, so it probably needs to be changed again. I do change my blades and my needles and everything, any of my sharp instrument tools. I change them very often because I don't like working with a dull blade or a dull needle. Now, some people might say that I change them a little bit more often than I need to, and that may be true. But I do change them out quite a bit. And I keep hemming and hawing, especially with these round blades. They do have sharpeners out there for the blades. And I keep hemming and hawing about getting one. I haven't decided yet. The blades are not super expensive. I buy mine in bulk on Amazon. So I probably don't get, you know, super high quality ones, I'm sure. But I do buy them in bulk. So I don't pay as a ton of money for them. But, you know, that could be part of it too, as to why I have to replace them all the time also. So that, you know, there's always that too. I've been sewing scraps together and it is already a 72 by 24. How did that happen? It escalates quickly, Terry. That's all I can tell you, is that it does escalate very quickly. Terry's been testing out a new thing on her channel. She got a cutie quilt frame and she's been trying to mess around with it on her channel, trying to figure out how to make it work with her machines and stuff. It's been an awesome journey to watch her. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you check out her channel. You can do !Terry in chat. She's been doing such a fun job with that. I love like living vicariously through her, so that I'm kind of learning as she learns. So that in the event that that's something I decide to do later on, then I've already got those lessons under my belt. Just trimming up blocks here, people. You guys can see the scrap of triangles that are building there. And the half square triangles are great because you can do so many things with them. So that's a great scrap piece to have. Alright, so these are all trimmed up. So let's go ahead and iron up those together. I think that's all we're going to be able to get to today. So it looks like I'm going to have to finish the rest of this off camera, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. I enjoy being in here doing projects like this. But I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get more of it done for you guys, so you guys could see what it looks like. But what I will do is I'll go ahead and at least finish this block. We might decide with the next time we do this that we'll span it out into 2 sessions. You know, just because the project gets shipped over a 9-month period doesn't mean that we have to finish it in a 9-month period, really. I mean, or it doesn't mean that we have to do it only once per month. I mean, we can probably split it out and pick it up again, things like that. So I'll go ahead and finish up this one here off camera, and then I'm going to bring it back on Thursday so you guys can see what it looks like. And then we'll decide the next month that we get pieces, we'll decide if it's going to be a twice per month thing or a once per month thing. I'm not against doing another live stream during the week to work on it. I'm not against that, and that's definitely an option for us. We'll have to wait and see. But that's why this one is kind of it's a little bit of an experiment to see, one, if we like the product, if we like the company that we're working with, if we like the quilt that we're making, if we like the fabric that they're giving us, you know, if we like the pattern, those types of things. This is all an experiment for us to see kind of what we like and don't like about it. And if we decide to do another one, you know, we'll have to wait and see. Lana says, Lucas says, you're doing great with your thing. But Lana, we can tell you that the system doesn't like you duplicating it. So if you're going to do like the slots machine game, change up the amount of thimbles that you're risking each time. Just by one. So like, let's say you're doing, let's say 200. The next time do 201, and then you can go back to 200. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a cool down period with regards to the exact same amount of thimbles. So if you change the amount of thimbles that you're risking, that does seem to help. Because, yeah, otherwise it time limits you, and you got to wait a little while before you can do that amount of thimbles again. Lucas, that's excellent advice. He says he hasn't figured out a workaround for that yet with regards to the amount of thimbles. So usually what he does is he'll run through all 3 of the games first before he goes back. So he'll play, the heist game, then he'll play the slots game, then he'll play the gamble game, and then he'll go back and he'll do it again. So no problem, Lana. No problem at all. The idea is that we want you to win the thimbles. I mean, we want you to win them for sure. Pressing seams open definitely takes more time, for sure. I mean, not a lot of time, obviously, but it does take a couple extra seconds per seam. So, let me set these off to the side here a little bit so you guys can see what they look like. Flip these over. That's what those look like so far. We're getting there. So far, I'm enjoying it. The fabric here is a beautiful, high-quality fabric. It is Moda fabric for sure. It's called Wild Meadow fabric. So, I mean, I haven't done my research yet, but it's a possibility that this pattern may even be a Moda pattern that you could purchase online from Moda. It's a distinct possibility. I have not looked that deeply into it, but it's possible. I don't know how much fabric the entire quilt will take. That is not information that was given to me yet. I'll be curious to see if they give you that information when the on the last clue, if they give you any further information about it. And if I remember correctly, with this particular kit, the backing fabric is also included. I could be wrong on that. I know that they do have a lot of kits. This company does have a lot of kits where the backing fabric is included as part of the price. That's definitely something to consider as well. I'm kind of on the fence about the whole thing. I don't know if I am for it or against it yet, to be honest. So I'm just kind of giving you guys a rundown of all the differences between this company and Cotton Cuts, what we're used to with Cotton Cuts. We've done a lot of Cotton Cuts projects on the channel here, so we have a really great idea of that project and that content and how that works. So that's why I'm using that as kind of our baseline of pros and cons. And none of it is really a con. It's just a matter of what your preference is. That's really all it is. What you want out of a subscription thing. And I'm not sponsored by either company. This company or Cotton Cuts. I'm not partnered. I'm not sponsored. These are all on my own. I found both of these companies on my own. Becca, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. We really appreciate you being here. So great to see you. We do have a limitation in the chat that you do have to wait an hour after subscribing in order to join chat, and that's just so that we can get rid of all the bots that are all the spammers and stuff, or the trolls, if you will. So I do apologize that you'll have to wait, but that's okay. This stream is almost, we're getting close to the end of the stream anyway, and we will be back here on Thursday, so make sure you come back on Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. Central Time so that we can get to know you a little bit more. We love making new friends here on this channel. I don't look at them as subscribers, I look at them as new friends. Because that's what you all are my friends. Pressing these seams open. We've got one more set of triangles that we need to sew up for this set of pieces here. So I'll get started on that here in just a minute. But you can tell just right off the bat, I mean, this being our first block, we have lots of lessons to learn. But you can tell this one takes a lot longer to do than our Cotton Cuts projects, but the pieces are also much larger as well. This block that we're working on, it is an actual block. It is a 24 by 24 block. So it's 2 feet by 2 feet. It's going to be massive. And just so you guys can see it again, you guys can see the block here. It's really tiny, but here, let me show it to you again. That is what the finished block is going to look like. Sorry for the stupid glare there. But that's what the block is actually going to look like. And then this is what the entire quilt looks like. So you can see that our block that we're making here is right here. Oops. Right here. And right here in this corner. That's the block that we're actually making right now. It's going to be really pretty. I'm really excited for it. Yes, it's a very big block. Very big block. So it makes sense that it's going to take us a little while longer to put it together than it would a Cotton Cuts piece. The Cotton Cuts pieces are a little bit smaller. Before somebody asks, let me just check. I don't know if it's on this sheet or the other sheet. No, it's not on here. I know somebody's going to ask me what the finished quilt size is. I believe it told me in here. Give me just a second. Let me check. Hang on. I thought it told me it was going to be pretty big. I remember that. It's going to be much larger, I believe, than the... I think it's equivalent to the large size of Cotton Cuts quilts, or just a little bit bigger than the large size, if I remember correctly. I don't... Unfortunately, it doesn't say here. I don't remember. I want to say it was like... I don't even want to gather to guess. I don't remember what it said, but I do remember the last time we were talking about it, it did say it was going to be a little bit bigger. I might have put the information down in the description of this video, if and when I had it. So if it's there, if I have it, it would have been there. There's also a link to this company in that description as well, so if you're watching this as a replay, you can get some more information about it through there. Or if you're watching right now and you want some more information, I did try and put the links to the company in the description below. I try to do that with all of my videos. I try to include a link in the description to a copy of the pattern or a copy of the fabric if I can. It just depends on what we're doing. So if ever there's a question about, you know, what's the name of the pattern, what size is the quilt, what's the name of the fabric, those types of questions, check the descriptions of our videos. They will help quite a bit with some of that information. Alright, there's those. So I gotta sew up the other corner on these. So we'll go ahead and get that going. But y'all, this is still only step 2. And there's 9. So I'm thinking this is going to be a multi-live stream type of project moving forward. Which isn't a problem. It's not a problem. We just, you know, these are things we're learning. So nope. Got jammed. It ate my corner. It ate my corner. There we go. Let's try that again. There we are. Alright. $64 by $78 to $79. Thank you, Lucas, for looking that up for us. I appreciate it. So a little bit bigger than the large quilt for Cotton Cuts. Cotton Cuts offers you 2 sizes, a small and a large. This quilt was only offered in 1 size. We're not given a choice on size. So just keep that in mind. Again, these are not necessarily even pros and cons. I keep calling them pros and cons, but they're really not. They're just differences in the different companies and the different kits being offered. A lot of kit companies are out there for a variety of different things, and so I just want you guys to be informed about your decisions and what you, if and what you decide to choose. That's all. Let me be your guinea pig. A little bit. This one is about $10 more a month compared to a Cotton Cuts large quilt. But you get a lot of scrap fabric. So that's kind of where my brain is going with it with regards to a justification of it, is you get a lot of scrap fabric that you can use for other things. I mean, as it is, these triangles is enough to make a couple of star blocks that we could use for throw pillows. And this is just the first block. Like, imagine how much scrap fabrics we're going to have by the time we get to block 9. Terry says, go right ahead and be the guinea pig. The subscription boxes aren't for everybody, and I understand that. You know, some people don't have the budget for it, and I understand that too. I don't have a budget for a lot of subscription boxes, but I have a budget enough for at least one. 1 to 2 per year, depending on the size of them. And so this time I wanted to try something a little bit different. You know, you can't consider yourself a good consumer unless you're comparing other companies and you know, shopping around for other deals. So that's why I opted to try this one out. All right. Yes, Lucas, agreed. I believe the price also includes the backing fabric as well. So there's that to consider as well. Is, you know, yeah, it's an extra $10 a month. So all total over a 9-month period, that's an extra $90. But you're getting a lot of scrap fabric and you're getting your backing fabric as well. So, you know. Terry, no, you do not get color choices. That is another, you know, difference between a Cotton Cuts project and one of these. Is this is the only color choice you're given because you know what the quilt is going to look like. So with Cotton Cuts, you get color options, but you don't know what the quilt is going to look like either. So, you know, it's one of these, you know, what is more important to you? What is your preference? So, no, there were no color options for this one. And I don't think there are for any of them really that I was aware of. Just making sure I'm doing this right. Definitely need a new blade. Lana's really getting in on all those games. She's doing a fantastic job. I told her she could earn enough thimbles in one live stream to redeem for a prize, and she has taken that to heart, which is great. I think it's wonderful. I really do. And you can redeem your thimbles or earn thimbles for every live stream. You can't redeem them or earn them on any of our pre-recorded streams. For instance, our Floral States of America project. But for the most part, this channel is a live stream channel. We really don't have a lot of pre-recorded series on this channel. Just right now, we only have one, and that's the Floral States of America project. And the only reason that one is pre-recorded is because the blocks are so tiny that they really don't take but more than 15 or 20 minutes to put together. So those videos are very, very short. They're only 8 to 10 minute videos. Like, they're very, very short. Oops, we don't need that there. Alright, let's go ahead and get these ironed up. That's probably all we will end up having time for today. But we'll see. Maybe... the next step is drawing some more lines on fabric, and I did not get that done off camera, so I'm sure you guys don't want to see that. It's bad enough you guys have had to watch me just sit here and sew up things and iron them up together. Then again, that's basically the norm, isn't it? Sewing up things and ironing them back up together. Seems about right. I don't know if I held these up for you guys to see. This is the piece. That's what it looks like so far. And then these are just the same piece, just opposite. So. When it works a little and doesn't get mad at me. It does have its moments. It is a bit of a diva. can be a bit of a diva. Yona says I broke it. Give it a hug. If you do exclamation point, hug, space, and then type in bot, it'll give the bot a hug. And sometimes it helps. Joy says pretty, Danny. Yes, it is. I really like the fabrics. And that's one of the reasons I chose this project, is I really liked the sample quilt kind of pattern to it. And I really loved the fabrics. The fabrics are just absolutely beautiful. They are Moda fabrics, so they're nice, beautiful Moda. Nice, high quality fabric. See? She hugged the bot. Sometimes that helps. It does like hugs. Sometimes that helps. Or as Lucas says, you give it a hug, and while you're hugging it, stab it in the back. Which is a little, you know, aggressive. They are by Sweetfire Road. My LQS can't sell them. I guess not enough purpley lovers. You talking about Moda? Moda's over there? I have never had a bad Moda fabric. I love their grunge fabric. That's one of my favorite fabric lines, is the grunge by Moda. I use that fabric a lot for background fabrics. Kicks the bot. Yeah, I mean, it happens sometimes. Sometimes it needs a kick, you know. Lucas does that too. The fabrics I'm using. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there is one that's got some purple in it. I can show you guys the whole. They sent me a color chart of all of the fabrics that this quilt utilizes, so I can show that to you guys in just a second here. Let me just finish this one here. They only send you the fabrics that you need for the block. They don't send you everything all at once, which is probably smart. And they only send you enough fabric with some extra for what you need. But, let me see if I've got it here. I think it was here. Yeah. Here are all of the fabrics that we're going to be using. Now, from what I can tell, there's a solid and then there's a printed fabric. And so I am using the printed fabrics. Let me see if I can get that to work on the camera here. You know what? We'll just go this way. It's easier. That is the fabrics and the color keys. So there's quite a few different colors you can see there that we're going to be utilizing. There's A through M plus a background. And these are fabrics from Wild Meadow by Sweetfire Road for Moda. Yes, so you were right. Thank you for that, Chloe. Yes. Not a lot of purple, but there is some purple to it. Alright, these are all set up. Now the next thing that we're going to need to do is we need to draw some diagonal lines again on our E fabrics, which is these here. Here. And then we're going to be sewing those up. We're going to be making 16 with our F fabric, which is this one here, and 16 with our G fabric, which is this one here. So we're going to be doing 2 sets of square triangles with these fabrics here. And then once we get that done, then we can actually start putting pieces together to start making things. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Oh, no, I take that back. We're going to be sewing these up first. So these have to be sewn up into pairs so that they make some arrows. So let me just show you guys what that looks like, because we're just about out of time today. But let me at least show you guys what this first one looks like so you can see how it's supposed to go. Just lining it up. So basically it says to take this one and this one. And we're going to be matching seams, one on top of the other, to make it look like an arrow. So just like that. That's how we want to sew up these pieces together so that it makes a downwards arrow. We'll sew those up together just like that. You guys can kind of see it a little bit off the camera. There we go. So that's how we're going to be sewing these pieces that we just put together. Those how we're going to be sewing all those together. It says to make 8 of them. So we're going to put those together. Then we're going to do our more half square triangles with these pieces here. And then we're going to start to build our block with these half square triangles and these arrows around this center piece here, because these pieces here are our centers. Bye, Gladys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate you being here. We hope you have a great rest of your day. We're just getting ready to finish up here ourselves. So I'm going to do the rest of these off camera. I'm going to put the rest of this together this afternoon because Lord knows I'm not going anywhere. It's way too freaking cold outside. However, I will actually start my car because I have a remote start. So I will start my car and at least let it run in this nice cold weather, which is a great reminder to all of you. If you have, especially if you have an older car, you might want to just run it, start it, let it run, let it start up, let it run for about 10 minutes or so just to warm up all of those fluids. And then you can turn it off. I know that's a little bit of a waste of gas, especially with gas prices right now, but it will keep your car running safely for you in this cold weather and make sure that it fires right up for you in the event you need to get somewhere. Otherwise, try and stay indoors here, guys. Stay safe, stay indoors, stay warm, stay healthy. Make sure you're checking in on the elderly, friends and family, especially the elderly, because they can be more susceptible in this type of weather. Young and old. Lucas, thank you for joining us. I hope patient 0 feels better. Let her know that I'm thinking about her. I hate it when you guys can see my mouse. Already ran it and mowed it. Oh, moved it to a good parking spot. Good idea. I thought it said mowed. My car is 19 years young. Wow, Terry, that's awesome. Anna, hi Ann, welcome to the channel. She says, where do I get this pattern? Ann, this is a subscription pattern, so I'm not 100% sure where you can buy it from. This is called Norfolk Wild Meadow. It's an Ann's Block of the Month Club program, so I'm not 100% sure if the pattern is available yet, but that is the name of it and where it's from, so maybe do some Google searching, see if you can find it. Otherwise, I'm sure that you'll be able to order the pattern itself later on once this runs through, but I can tell you that this particular project, the Block of the Month, is already sold out, so unfortunately, there's that. And I have already promised my pattern pieces to another one of our subscribers, so unfortunately, I can't share that with you, sorry. No problem. Yeah, no problem at all. Lana, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the channel, and same as you. Thank you and welcome to all of our new subscribers. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are lurking that don't really participate in chat, if you could just do me a quick favor and double check and make sure that that button is subscribed, because sometimes YouTube likes to do silly stuff and unsubscribe people that are actually still watching a channel. It's happened to myself. It's happened to Mr. Wizard a couple times. So if you could just take a quick peek down there, make sure that button still says subscribe so that you don't miss any of these live stream videos. That would be great. And while you're down there, please make sure you hit that like button as well. Otherwise, I will see you guys again back here Thursday evening, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be starting our block party challenge once again. It's a project that we started a couple of years back, and we're bringing it back, and we're going to be doing it once a month. So I'm really excited for that. And then we will be back here again every Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, except for the first Sunday of every month, and then we start a half an hour later. But otherwise, we will be back here again very, very soon. Thank you again to our new subscribers, our new members. Thank you to all of you guys for hanging out with me today. And stay safe, stay warm, And I will see you guys again really, really soon. Bye for now.